3 years ago, we went for an outreach program along Iwo side at Ibadan, right? So after distributing the foodstuffs and everything we wanted to share at the market square, so an old woman just came to me and she was like, my daughter, is there anything remaining that she missed the time we were sharing the food and all that? And honestly, we had shared everything. I wish there was something I could give this woman. And she was like, okay, the empty bako bags and those things that we used to pack the foods, that if I can give her, she would appreciate it. So I just gave it to her because there was nothing I wanted to use them for. So I gave it to her. So when we were about to move in, we went into the car, we were about to move in, I just saw that we had some foodstuffs left, and I was like, where is this woman? And luckily she was around, so I gave her the food. I gave her the remaining food, and she even got more than other people that had collected. I mean, those people struggled to collect foodstuff because we had many, but this woman came late and she was able to get some foodstuffs from us. And at that time, a lot of people they had left, and so I had no choice than to give her even more than those people that came when we were around. And this actually taught me a big lesson. The first lesson I learned from this was that delay is not denial. That you came late doesn't mean that you miss big. Sometimes it's about coming at God's timing. I mean, this woman, she came late, but she made more than enough. So delay is not denial, and being late doesn't mean that everything is over for you or you missed big. Maybe God was actually preparing something bigger for you, and that's why he had to answer you late. Second lesson that I learned is that sometimes God delayed the process so that you won't have to struggle just like other people that have gone ahead of you. God wants them to pave the way, or God wants some scenarios to be over for you to come into the picture. So sometimes if you've been praying to God about something, you've been crying to God about something, and it seems as if God is not answering you. Why don't you just trust God? Maybe God is trying to clear the rough places, trying to clear the crooked path for you so that you can walk on the straight path. I mean, a lot of people fought to collect, even as this was Indomie that day. Even we shared a lot of things. People were struggling, come and see the fight and everything. But this woman came where everybody had less, and she even got more than enough without stress. The way God works is just wonderful. And the last thing that I learned about this is that being there late doesn't mean that it is over for you. Open your mouth and speak. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Just because you are late, you feel like, this opportunity has already passed me by, or maybe you went for an interview and they told you they started by it and everything, and you feel like, okay, from there let me just go. No, still enter and ask questions. I mean, this woman, maybe after she met us and she just saw the empty poly bag and bako bags and all that, and she just felt like, they've shared it finished, let me just go back. If she had gone back, then she wouldn't have received anything. But she still proceeded to ask that, can I still get something? Is there something still remaining for me? She asked. She didn't just imagine and gave up. No, she proceeded to ask. So don't be quick. Don't be in an hurry to just assume that it is over for you. Don't be in an hurry to assume that you are late and that's it, and there is nothing that can be done for you. No, God can still make things work together for your good. So instead of keeping quiet and accepting things because you feel you've made a lot of mistakes, everything is over and all that, no, still ask God, ask people, ask questions. Don't just keep things to yourself because you feel it is late. There is still something in there for you. There is still something that is, that God still have in plan for you. It is not over until God declares it over. So don't just accept anything just because of how you see it or what people are saying about it. No, if your blessing is there, then go for it. And finally, beloved, I want you to know that if God is for you, then there is no one that can be against you. Trust me, I'm very sure that God had planned for that woman. Who knows, maybe she didn't have anything at home, or she's been praying to God about something, because I was really amazed that I kept thinking about the scenario over and over again. I mean, that is how God can come true for his people. So instead of giving up, ask God questions, pray to God, and trust God. Hold on to his word, and trust me, God will definitely come true for you.